There we go. Check. Good evening. I thought about sitting up outside, and it's just too hot. It's just too hot for that. So here we are in my jam room. So right on. My name's Jonathan New. We're here to raise some money for the Owsleys, I believe their names are. Going through cancer. We all know somebody that's been affected by cancer. My father died because of cancer. It's a rough thing to go through, whether you're the one that has it or you're the loved one of the one that has it. And then just on top of everything else, with COVID and everything, tough times on our friends over in Adair County. So I'm gonna do you a Billy Joe Shaver song to start out with. Let me turn this guitar up. Tell you one of my favorite Billy Joe Shaver songs. I'm just no chunk of coal, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. I'm gonna spit and polish my rough edge itself. I'm gonna put a smile on everybody's face. Well, I'm gonna kneel and pray every day, lest I should become vain along the way. I'm just no chunk of coal now, Lord, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. I'm gonna learn the right words to talk. I'm gonna go around searching for a better way to walk. I'm gonna spit and polish my rough edge itself till I erase every single flaw. Well, I'm gonna be the world's best friend. I'm gonna go around shaking everybody's hand. I'm just no chunk of coal now, Lord, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. I'll be the cotton picking range of the age. I'm gonna be a diamond someday. Oh no. Let's see, my friends and my cousin Valerie, she's logged on there watching. Howdy, everybody. Cousin Kenny, Rachel, howdy. Travis. I can't see. Oh, thanks, Travis. We're doing well in Kentucky. Well, we're doing well in my little part of Kentucky. Right on. Let's see. Well, all right. Since I'll do a song I wrote about Kentucky. And I think Kentucky is the most beautiful place on the planet. And my good buddy Travis down there in Tennessee. Tennessee is a very beautiful place too, and it looks a lot like Kentucky. So, like Tennessee and Kentucky could almost be the same place as far as the way it looks. We like a lot of the same music and the same kind of food. In Tennessee, they have Dollywood. They've got Dollywood down there in the Tennessee. We got Nashville down there, Memphis, some cool music cities. And now here in Kentucky, we got the Cats. And you guys ain't got that in Tennessee. And of course, we're the birthplace of bluegrass music. That's why they call it bluegrass. This is a song I wrote about Kentucky. I'm very proud to be from Kentucky. I was born and raised here, lifelong resident. This is where I don't plan on living anywhere else. I have no reason to live anywhere else. You know, been to some tropical places, and I'll be like, man, it'd be nice to live here. But then when I really think about it, when it really comes down to it, no, Kentucky is my home. It's where my farm is, my family is, my friends are. You know, I like it. Right now the humidity stinks. Ain't nothing like Kentucky humidity. So this is a song I wrote about Kentucky. It's on my CD, my album. You can go stream it on my Reverb Nation page, Jonathan New Music, Reverb Nation. If you want a CD from me, hey, holler at me. We'll get you one. We can mail it to you. Or if you're local, I can drop it off to you. So this is a song I wrote about Kentucky, and it's called Kentucky Ground. In my travels, where I roam, there's no place like the roads and hills I know. When I am home, I'll be found resting on my Kentucky ground. When I wake in the morning and my feet hit the floor, heaven always just outside my door. I breathe in the beauty around, spraying up from my Kentucky ground. You ain't lived till you laid on the bluegrass starry sky. You ain't clean till by Kentucky waters you've been baptized. The bluegrass roots, heavy storms of life when you can't withstand. The hills and trees, the folk and the life make me the man I am. In my travels, where I roam, there's no place like the roads and hills I know. I am home, I'll be found, standing firm on my Kentucky ground. When God calls me home, lay me back down, lay me back down in that Kentucky ground. I thought for sure I was going to swallow a fly during that. Man, come on, dude. It was flying around on my microphone. I was like, I'm going to eat that fly before this song is over with. That's my tune about Kentucky. Hope you enjoyed it. Sometimes you've not seen me play out before live. Sometimes I play live and I do a one-man jam band kind of thing. And I play my upright bass and my guitar, sometimes electric guitar, through a loop pedal and I'll loop, and I'll do a little rhythm to that song. I'll get a rhythm going and have it looping and I play on top of it. Today I thought I'd just do a little stripped down acoustic thing. I hadn't done one for a while. Fly, you are really getting on my nerves. All right. Maybe it'll stay away. I think I smacked it real good. So yeah, it's my pleasure to be here playing for you guys today. This whole live streaming thing's pretty cool. I've been playing live to audiences on patios and outside this month. I've been playing some in church on the acoustic guitar and the praise band. I've been enjoying that. It's pretty cool sitting here at the house in my jam room and getting to play and connect with people on Facebook. So that's pretty neat, you know. Howdy, Bryant. Good to see you. Howdy, Oscar. Good to see everybody's watching. Let's see here. Let's do one. Let's do a song I wrote about my father. Since I mentioned him earlier. My dad was a Baptist preacher. He was a preacher for 60 plus years and he passed away in 2012. And he pastored a lot of churches around our area here in Pulaski County and down in Wayne County where he was from originally. And the last church that he pastored was a church that him and my mom started along with some other folk. And he pastored, it was called Denham Street Baptist Church, and it's still in existence. It was founded in 1973, still going strong. And he pastored there till the day he died, from 1973 until April of 2012. 38 years. So when he passed away, when he was sick and we knew he had a little bit of time, just a very little time left. And like I said, it's hard to go through for all of us. And when he passed away, we followed his wishes with his funerals, his funerals, plural. So we had 2 funerals and 2 visitations. He started another church in Antioch Shores here in Pulaski County, and it's still there. He started it while he was at Denham Street as a mission. So part of his funeral arrangements, he wanted to have a funeral service there as well. And then we had a funeral service at Denham Street, and there was quite a few thousand people passed through during the visitation and for the funeral that week. And it was really cool. It was a real testament to my dad's ministry and what he did. He was very dedicated. He was always consistent. He was the same guy behind the pulpit as he was at home. And he wasn't one to put on a lot of airs. He was a pretty humble guy. I was talking to a friend of mine after that, and he said your dad had married or buried or baptized everybody in Pulaski County at Saint. And that's what gave me the idea for the hook of this song. It's called, and that flies back. It's called Brother New Ain't Got the Blues. Sorry about that. I'm going to do it up a key. Yeah, that's better. Well, they named that boy John, born a poor dirt farmer's son. The hills of Wayne County is where that man of God comes from. Well, he grew up to be an old-time preacher man, never wanting fortune and fame. Born alone, lost to Jesus to glorify the good Lord's name. Brother New ain't got the blues, but he works for the king. He don't have all that he wanted, he don't need anything. He could have been the president, but he answered the call. Brother New's married on Barry and baptized us all. Brother New don't wear a uniform, he hangs up at day's end. He's on call 24/7 to be a shining light to him. Well, he stands firm in what he believes in, by the book he does live. You tell your sins to Jesus, he is faithful to forgive. Brother New ain't got the blues, 'cause he works for the king. He don't have all that he wanted, he don't need anything. He could have been the president, but he answered the call. Brother New's married on Barry, baptized us all. This is my favorite verse of the whole song. In June of 1986 at the Denham Street Church House, Brother New gave the altar call and a little boy came down. Well, he led him through the sinner's prayer. The boy's soul was washed clean. All of heaven and Brother New rejoiced, 'cause that little boy was me. Brother New ain't got the blues, 'cause he worked for the king. He don't have all that he wanted, he don't need anything. He could have been the president, but he answered the call. Brother News, married or buried, baptized a song. He could have been the president, but he answered the call. Brother News, married or buried, baptized a song. Well, they named that boy John, born a poor dirt farmer's son. The hills of Wayne County is where that man of God comes from. Right on. It takes me back every time I sing it. I remember getting saved in church. I can remember like it was yesterday. And it was on a Sunday. And I told my mom, I was only 7, and I told my mom that I was going to get saved that night at church. And she said, okay. And so my dad got up to preach, and then he gave an altar call. And I'm sure she might have gave him a heads up. I'm pretty sure she told him beforehand. And I went down and told my dad I wanted to be saved. And he led me through the plan of salvation. Man. And like I said, it was just like it happened yesterday to me. Then he baptized me a week later. And I'd seen my dad baptize it thousands of times. And so then, you know, he had me in the back. He said, all right, we're going to get in there. And he said, pinch your nose. When I go to baptize you, pinch your nose and close your mouth. And, you know, I knew the deal. For some reason, I sucked in a bunch of water. I come up as sputtering. And I remember my dad he rubbed his hand across the front of my face. He might have just been doing it to mess with me a little bit. So yeah. So that's that. Oh man. Let's see here. I'll sing you a blues song I wrote. I like to play at a almost open G a lot. For all you musicians out there watching or listening, I play some slide, and so when you play an open tuning, it makes it a little easier to play slide. I play slide in standard tuning quite a bit too, especially when I play with Rachel, because it's not always easy to tune down and do all these weird tunings. So this one time I had some shows booked up in Cincinnati, and I was supposed to play 3 nights up there, two nights and a Sunday afternoon for the people at Queen City Balladeers. They have a Sunday afternoon concert series, and asked me to come play. And it's been going since the 60s, I learned when I got there. But I was up there for 2 nights and 3 days. And my little woman, she was supposed to little trip, was going to just go hang out in Cincinnati all weekend. At the time, we didn't have the farm and, you know, all the responsibilities we do now. She doesn't hardly get to go with me anymore. Just every once in a while, but not on trips like that, unfortunately. And so then it come up at the very last minute. She couldn't go. Something with the kids. Can't remember what happened. But she couldn't go at the very last minute. So then I still had to regardless. And so then I left and had to leave her behind. I remember pulling out and seeing her in my rear view mirror, and she looked sad, and I was sad. I missed her all weekend long. And I hung out in Cincinnati, and I started writing this song while I was gone. And a lot of times when I take I'll go play out of town, sometimes out of state under normal conditions, And a lot of times I have to fly solo. She can't go. She has to stay here at the farm, tend to our goats and chickens and doggies and stuff. And the kids are in school. So a lot of times I go by myself. So, you have to imagine, I go to these places and they don't know me. They don't know me, don't know anything about me, don't know who I am. And I have to try to win over a room full of people. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I've not been booed off the stage yet, or I've not had any tomatoes thrown at me. So, that's all right. I remember I went to play in Cincinnati on this trip. And I remember I was nervous the very first night, and I was playing a Sitwell's Coffee House down on Ludlow Avenue. And you'll hear me sing about it in this song. And I was nervous, and I was set up, and I played. And, I was getting a pretty decent reception from the people. They were in there having drinks and eating. And then the bus stop is right outside Sitwell, so you get a lot of the people that would wait on the bus. If you played with the doors open, they would be waiting on the bus, but they'd come in and listen to you while they were waiting on the bus. I picked up tips that way. And so but I was nervous, and I remember this one guy was sitting down front in a chair, and he was looked like he'd been having a really good time, like, all day. And like I was playing, and he'd sink lower and lower and lower in his chair, it was about the third song into my very first set, and he splats right out on the floor. It got me, this still makes me laugh to even think about it. It got me real tickled, and then it's like, it helped me get over my nerves on that first note. Anyways, this is a song I wrote that weekend while being up there, and it's called Queen City Blues. At high noon, I pulled out the driveway and headed north on the interstate. I got a gig at a cafe down another up Cincinnati way. I hit the gas and I watched my heart disappear in my rearview. She's at home and I'm all alone with these Queen City blues. Got those Queen City blues. Tonight I'm gonna be a big star, but I'm breaking down in this motel room. Keep your fame, keep your money, only she will do. She's at home and I'm all alone with you, Queen City Blues. I'll hit that stage and I'll sing my heart out, and no one will care When I missed the words and I looked at her, it was me an empty chair. Home's where the heart's at. Tonight that rings true. It's almost showtime and I gotta shake these alone in Queen City blues. And got those Queen City blues. Tonight I'm gonna be a big star, but I'm breaking down in this motel room. Keep your fame, keep your money, only she will do. Well, she's at home and I'm all alone with these Queen City blues. I got those Queen City blues. Tonight I'm gonna be a big star, but I'm breaking down in this motel room. Keep your fame, keep your money, only she will do. She's at home and I'm all alone with the Queen City blues. That's it. Cincinnati. Baseball's gonna be starting up Friday. How about that? Go Reds. If you don't know me, I love the Cincinnati Reds. They're gonna be playing the Detroit Tigers this Friday at 6:10. I'm so looking forward to it. I've been missing baseball, live baseball. By now, under normal conditions, I would have been to at least a dozen Reds games. So, you know, it is what it is. Gotta check the time, see how much more time I got. Right on. Let's see here. There is a place where you can go donate to the fund for these people, the Owsleys, I believe their names are. Man. There we go. Joe Metzmeyer, how'd he do, buddy? I'm done peckering around on that. So we live in some tough times, and there's some people that are struggling to get by and get through, you know, for whatever reason or another. And I've been very blessed. I've not been struggling here. And I've been safe. And we've been peaceful here and happy. But I do know there's folk out there that are. That's one thing about my father he taught me. He was very big on visiting people. like the elderly and the sick and the shut-in. And he was very big about taking me with him. And so then he would take me around. And we went to some pretty, we visited people that, were poor and didn't have the best living conditions. And it really, I'm sitting in the house I was raised in. This is where I was born and raised. And it's not a mansion or anything. It's okay house. It means the world to me because I was raised here. I got plenty of space. Keeps the rain off of me. Keeps me warm in the winter and cool in the summer. It's the house my mom and dad built. And I don't go hungry. I got plenty to eat. All my needs are met. And I thank the good Lord and my folks for that. And but I came to a deep appreciation of that when I was a child. When my dad would take me around and we would visit people, and I would see how they lived, and I realized not everybody lived like me. Not everybody. There was kids out there that went hungry and didn't have a place to sleep. And sometimes you got to think, right now during the COVID and everything, everybody, which I'm not going to get going on it, or, what you think is what you think. But we got to think sometimes of outside of ourselves. Even if we're okay, that doesn't mean everyone else is. Or, we can do something that would make somebody else not okay. So, everything is not about you. And we got to help one another in whatever ways we can. And I know from what I've been told, these people in Adair County going through this cancer right now, they need help. So if you can possibly donate to their cause, they would sure appreciate it. And the Campbellsville Folk Fest is, I'm sure they've shared I think it's a Venmo or a PayPal where you can donate to. And even if you're sitting there and you're in good shape right now, hey, next week you could be in bad shape and you could be the one needing the help, or next month or next year, or, in 10 years. So you got to keep that in mind. We got to help one another if we possibly can. So this is a song I wrote about helping each other. I write it from a cowboy and Indian perspective, and then I also write from two friends' perspective that chose two different paths in life. And it's about helping one another. And if your ride gets too tough, your load gets too much, man, hop on my horse and we can ride it double. One guy was a drifter, the other a full-stock Cherokee. One returning to his people, the other in a struggle to find some peace. One day they came into a ford, hitting their road. They knew no more miles ahead. Together they would go. One was a drifter, the other a full-stock Cherokee. The Indian turned to the drifter. You always done right by me. And even though you're a white man and you bleed red like me, no matter how long or short this ride, We're just pilgrims passing through this life. No matter how high, no matter how low, well, I'll be here for you. No matter where you go, if you find yourself in trouble, just call on me, and we can ride in my horse double. One boy went to college, one went to work in a factory. One had a thirst for knowledge, one had a struggle to make ends meet. One day the factory worker's wife, well, she became ill. He wondered just how in the world will he pay all his bill. One went to college, and one went to work in a factory. College grad knew what he had, and his friend's pain he felt. He said, me and my wife would like to give you this money. We would like to help. No matter how long or short this ride, and we're just pilgrims passing through this life. No matter how high, no matter how low, I'll be here for you. No matter where you go, if you find yourself in trouble, just call on me, and we can ride. No matter how long or short this ride, we're just pilgrims passing through this life. No matter how high, no matter how low, well, I'll be here for you. No matter where you go, and if you find yourself in trouble, just call on me, and we can ride my horse double. Ride my horse double. Ride my horse double. I don't know. What's that? Got a few bits left. Thanks, Ted. Let's see here. Let's do one. We'll lighten up the mood a little bit.
Okay, make sure you clean the drain out.
Okay, and then I'm gonna take a shower.
Mrs. and the kid got back from volleyball. We got a volleyball player in our house. Righto. So if this is your first time hearing me, I'm sorry. and got the wife to braid my hair before she left. I cannot do this. I cannot do this at all. Especially to myself, let alone to someone else. So I got her to braid my hair for me. I had this pizza delivery job for a while to help me with my music career. Music wasn't paying the bills always. So I got a job delivering pizzas at a place that I won't name. But one of the criteria to work at this job was the young men, and at the time I was a younger man, weren't allowed to have facial hair or long hair to work there. And at the time I had neither one, and I was really needing a job. So at the time it wasn't a problem. But after I worked there for a little while, I sure didn't like to be told that I couldn't have long hair or a beard. I was thinking, this isn't the Army. I didn't join the Army. Who are these people and who do they think they are? And then to beat all, they were only paying me minimum wage, you know. So it wasn't, I just didn't like to be told what to do, especially about my appearance. So I worked there for a good right while. And I got to where I hated it. And I told them when I quit, I was going to grow my hair out and I was going to grow a big beard. I'm still in the process of that. But while I was on my way out of working this job, I started looking for another job because music still wasn't paying very well. Not that it is now, but started looking for another job. And I done checked out. I had checked out in my heart. I wasn't at that pizza place in my heart. Even though I was there in body, I just wasn't there, you know. And I quit getting haircuts. And my hair started getting shaggy. And the boss man would come around and see my shaggy hair, and he'd be like, John, you know, your hair is not matching our protocol here. You're going to have to get it cut. And I'd be like, yeah, sure thing, man. I'll get right on that. Never having any intentions of getting it cut, especially just to please him and that minimum wage job. So it kept getting longer and longer. Well, luckily for me, I had to wear a hat as part of the uniform for this pizza delivery job. And I still had yet to find another job. So I still needed the pizza delivery job, but I still wasn't going to go get a haircut. I was just a man torn between working this minimum wage job and having shaggy hair at the time. So then I would start tucking my hair up under my hat before I go into work while it was growing out. If you ever grown your hair out, you know that it goes through them in-between stages. That's just horrible. You can't do anything with it, and then it's hard to cram up underneath the hat. And me and the woman, we would be using bobby pins, you name it. We was trying it, you know, just so I could keep this job I hated for one more day. One day we was getting frustrated trying to stuff all my hair up under my hat. I said, man, I don't like this. I hate this. It's like I'm hiding my hippie. And then this song was born from that. And also, too, after that, you know, after I finally got out of there and got another job, I was actually working a construction job, and I could have long hair and beard then. So it started growing. It was really growing. And I ran into a good church sister. She decided she didn't like my hair, and took it upon herself to tell me I needed to cut it. I told my dad about it. And this good church sister in particular, she had a real short haircut. My dad said, you should have told her she needs to grow hers out. My dad didn't have so much problem with my long hair, but he never did like my beard. Anyways, I'm gonna do the song now. And I wrote about that experience. It's called Hide My Hippie. Well, minimum wage wants minimum effort, and it all seems fair. Minimum wage buys me bread and water. I can't afford to cut my hair, the pink slip me. I gotta hide my hippie. I gotta hide my hippie. What you think about that? I gotta stuff my ponytail up underneath my head. Dang Skippy, I gotta hide my hippie. For pennies a day, well, I alone could feed a hungry kid, or give my dollar to some fat barber who don't look like he needs it. He ain't clipping me. I gotta hide my hippie. I gotta hide my hippie. What you think about that? I gotta stuff my ponytail up underneath my head. Dang Skippy, I gotta hide my hippie. This is my favorite verse of this song. This goes out to that good church sister. For what it's worth, I go to the church to be the focus point of critical stares. It turns out some of God's good people got a problem with the length of my hair, and then it hits me. Jesus looked like a hippie. I gotta hide my hippie, even though it's not a sin. 'Cause the Savior, man, he had long hair too. And man, they crucified him, passed the hat to me, brother. I gotta hide my hippie. Dang Skippy, I gotta hide my hippie. The sign says long-haired freaky people need not apply. So I took my hair up under my hat, and I went in to ask him why. He said, you look like a fine, outstanding young man, so I guess you'll do. Took off my hat and said, imagine that, me working for you. Whoa, signs, signs everywhere, signs, blocking up the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that, can't you read the signs? So that's my song about protesting haircuts. Oh, well, we got time for one more. So, it's been nice playing for everybody. And I'll do another one of these Facebook live streams here pretty soon. I've been really busy here at the house and on the farm. I have done a few recording sessions for other people playing instruments on their sessions. Done a few live shows. I will be at the Stave this Saturday, outside on a patio or outside. I've never been to this place. I think it's up close to Frankfurt. You can check on my music page here. That's the Stave this Saturday. And so come, if you're around, come hang out. We'll be socially distant together. And that's the last one I got for a little bit. So I might get back to doing some Facebook live streams and playing for people on here. So that's been fun. So just in case you haven't hit up their donation yet, do it. There's a couple in Adair County that sure need it, going through cancer. So I'll sing my tip bucket song. Hit up their tip bucket. This is a song I wrote, and this goes out to those folk in Adair County and all my musician friends out there that's played for tips, all my waiter and waitress and bar people that knows what it's like to work for tips, pizza delivery guys. This is for you. You know what it's like to work for tip. And have some jerk pizza manager tell you gotta get a haircut. So we'll go out on this song right here. This song I wrote about living out of the mercy of a tip jug. It's called Living Out of a Tip Jar Blues Again. And I've lived every word of this song. Every word of it. This is one of the most truest songs I've ever written. Ever in the history of everything. Times are tough, you know how it goes. The next big thing doing the sidewalk show. Living out of a tip jar blues again. Reach in your pocket, if you will. I got a pack a day habit, gotta pay some bills. Living out of a tip jar blues again. See, I got this old car that's getting me round, but if she were a horse, we done put her down. Living out of a tip jar blues again. Well, I'm not low down, but I'm getting low. I wrote a song about it, like to hear it go. Living out of a tip jar blues again. Well, I know some Willie, and I know some Hank, I even know some Skinner, and hey, no thanks. I gotta eat, I gotta pay my rent. Your donation's already well spent. Well, I like to sing Shaver, I like to sing some Prine, and indulge myself and do a few of mine. Living out of a tip jar blues again. Pick it, John. Okay. Times are tough, I must swallow my pride. My artistic integrity's up for compromise. Living out of a tip jar blues again. Reach in your pocket for a $20 bill. I'll do a heartfelt rendition of Margaritaville. Living out of a tip jar blues again. I play dueling banjos and one guitar. I sing the Doobie Brothers song and sing all of those parts. Living out of a tip jar blues again. I play Rocky Top and David Allen Coe. I sing the song about a wagon by Old Crow Mid Show. But if you request a man of constant sorrow, I get asked to do that song all the time, and it's just because I got a beard.